Okay. Sir, can you give me just 1 minute? Just a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Hello.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have got some basic idea what this guy of a transition manager is going to do, correct?
Yeah.
What kind of a challenges that you regularly face in this role? So the
Hmm.
most dangerous part is incomplete knowledge. Okay. So
Hmm.
your person, if he is a DevOps guy, if he don't know what question need to ask, or if he don't know what basic things are required to ask a question, then things will
Right.
be incomplete from your end. Okay?
Correct.
If they are simply telling and you are simply listening, you go here, go there, click a pipeline and pipeline will run. Okay, you click there, pipeline will run. What do you do if the pipeline fails? What kind of
Hmm.
issues you regularly come across? How many SOPs you have? For each and every activity, do you need a ticket or you need a changes? What is that you work? If it is a regular restart, you don't need a changes. If you need a change, do you follow the 4A review process or not? When I say 4A review, what do you mean by 4A review? Any idea?
No, I don't know this one actually.
Okay. So I'll explain you that later. Let's keep that aside. Let's complete this slide first.
So these questions need to be asked by a DevOps person to the other DevOps person, correct? Well, you
Exactly,
are telling me that
exactly.
he must
DevOps,
know, he must have the
DevOps guy.
idea about these questions.
Correct. Your person, DevOps guy, need to have a proper knowledge, proper experience, domain related, technical related, everything he needs to be strong enough. Okay. Your job is to make sure complete knowledge transfer. You should ask him, I hope everything is going good. Do you got
Hmm.
the KT? Are you convinced with it? Because tomorrow your access issue will be resolved. Once you get an access, you have to perform the activity without any support. That's how you have
Hmm.
to pose the questions to them. That's
So
how you
these questions I need to ask to my DevOps person after the call,
exact
na?
exactly after the call. After the call, correct.
Hmm.
Okay. So this challenge of incomplete knowledge transfer will come into the picture when you hide a guy just with a DevOps knowledge, not with a DevOps experience. Now in the market, what is happening? Most of the people claiming as a DevOps experience, but they don't have it. When you come
Hmm.
on the floor, within a week, you will come to know this guy is not having an experience and he's just claiming the experience. That's where the gap starts. That's where the problem starts.
Correct.
Okay. So your job, even though everything is good, you should have a complete end-to-end guy, a DevOps guy from your team point of view. Okay. Now, next is SME
But
iteration.
I have one question. I have one
Yeah.
question on this.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of experience in this, correct? So definitely you must have come across this situation in the past that I hope so might be. Or let's say if I joined in one of the projects, I came across this particular situation. The person says to me that I have all the knowledge, means right. So the company has hired him. He's on the calls. He's saying to me that I understand everything, whatever they are doing. I understand the pipeline process, how to deploy these things and other things, right?
Hmm.
But when it comes to reality, we are facing the challenge, right, in process in the terms of execution after go live. So at that point of time, I don't think so. Or if I say that doing the reverse shadowing might be correct, this is the right thing. We notice that there are some challenges coming, or after the go live, also the challenges are there. In this scenario, what company will do? Will they give the chance to that person again, or will they hire an experienced resource again from the outside, or that person will go through with the recordings?
See, the time duration is around 3 months. Okay.
Correct.
Initial hiccups is fine. Initial hiccups to
Correct.
start is fine. That is, everyone will give you the buffer time. 1 week or 2 weeks is a buffer time. But even after the hiccups are coming, then there is no other chance for you as a transition manager to take a decision to replace the resource. That's it. You cannot wait. You got the point? It's a
Yeah, but
full and
my KT.
full and final ownership is yours. It's your decision.
So in this case, sir, in this case, my KT will be suffered now. Let's say we are in the reverse shadowing phase, and the
Hmm.
person is means we are noticing that 1 week he faced little bit of challenges. Again, we notice that let's say the 2 week time has passed, reverse shadowing is passed, KT
Hmm.
validation has come right from the client end.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now we are again noticing they are facing the challenges. In this scenario, I'm sure the opponent team will not give the KT again, correct? Because they have
You
already given.
correct. I totally agree with you. What you need to do, same domain, different project, you have to pick some other resource and make sure this guy is create some dummy account and do some same practice whatever has been done in the project in his personal account so that he'll be confident on the pipeline area. Take some dummy project
Hmm.
from YouTube and try to run it. And make sure your technical people are on track. Not with the same code, but at least similar code kind of a code stuff. You make sure they are get trained or they are get some backed up from other people, other project. Okay, that's kind of
So basically,
equipment you have to provide to your technical team.
other team will assist my current team, correct? In this case, you mean to
Exactly,
say they will
exactly,
guide them,
exactly.
but the calls will be taken by my team only,
Yes,
correct? But
call will
the
be taken by
support,
your team only. That cannot be
yeah,
handled
and the
by someone
support
else. Yeah,
support will be provided in the backend. Let's say they don't understand anything, so they will assist them with the challenges, correct?
exactly, exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. See, whole and sole ownership will come to you. You have the power of
Hmm.
decision making. As I mentioned, 3 months of a time is there. Okay. In this three
Hmm.
months of a time, you have to make sure your person is getting a proper KT and proper access, and he's doing shadowing when they are doing the job. After explaining to him, he has to shadow when they are practically implementing it, and reverse shadow will follow. So once the reverse shadow will follows, each and every session of reverse shadow, you have to be part of a call.
Okay.
How is your team
Right.
performing? How is your team really doing it? Are they in the reverse shadow also? Do you think the opposite person needs a help from the opposite vendor? That should not be the case. The person who has given the
Uh,
KT, that person should not help him while he's performing the task.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
reverse shadowing is a kind of a answer to your training. If that guy is still struggling and still facing issues, then you should ask him. You would have gone through the KT. He has already explained you. He has given the document to you. You have an access. You are just following the steps by looking at a document. Even though you are facing this issue, what kind of explanation you want to give it to me? You tell me, why should not I fire you? Simple, straight and forward.
Hmm.
So
Right.
there is always keep things simple and straight. I want deliverables. If you are not going to perform, even after the warnings, even after the KT, even after the documentation, this is a reverse shadowing phase. So please, please, please pay attention.
Hmm.
When you are in the call, the environment should change. They should not feel like you as a colleague. They should not take your transition manager as a granted. Right?
Okay, got
That
it.
that that
Yeah,
that power has to carries. The weightage has to carries. That's all your job is.
correct. Okay, got it.
Okay. So that's what is important. Now keep backup SMEs. Record all sessions. This is what when the session is ended up, all the sessions will be recorded and sessions will be managed in the SharePoint. Keep backup SMEs. So like you have a hired a resource who is SME, okay, and you have a KT plan going on. Your SME go on sick leave. Will you accept that? No.
No,
No question at all. Whatever the KT duration, he cannot take any leave, any sick leave, any medical emergency because you are having only one SME at present.
hmm,
The person who is there for the past 3 weeks, he cannot skip the next week. And the new person cannot take the chance there of the fourth week. Okay. This
correct.
question is just for a slide sake, but in practical world, it doesn't work.
Okay,
Okay. Keep the backup of SMEs in the sense like you only have to be there. If your SMEs are not able to join, in that case, transition manager will join the call and ask the opposite team, hey guys, my team is not available currently, but they'll be available soon. I hope everything has been gone smooth. You have been doing a fantastic job. So my team is joining soon. That's all. You have to manage it temporarily if there is a delay of 10-15 minutes or something like that. That's all the
okay.
backup means. It doesn't mean that you're going to replace the resource. Okay. Access
Hmm,
delays. Okay. There is,
hmm,
for example, if any application is having a set of servers, I told you, right? Development, QA, UAT, pre-prod, prod. One application is having a multiple environments and each environment need an access, correct? I told you the
hmm,
BMP SIS 10, BM stands for born mode, P for production, SIS for application, correct?
correct.
So each environment access should be there. So you cannot access a server directly. You have to access through jump host. You have to access through CyberArk. The password will be generated on the spot. Okay. Your team should have an access to application, number one. Number two, CyberArk. CyberArk access will help you to log into the respective servers. And what kind of privileges you have? Sorry.
Can you write this word, what you are saying, cyber? Sorry.
Okay, 1 minute. Huh?
Yeah, I did not catch this word, cyber something.
Hmm. So nowadays in the market, what is happening? Earlier, the Unix team used to give the username and password, common username and password. Okay.
Mm-hmm, correct.
But nowadays, they are not giving the common username and password. So
Okay,
what they will do? Okay. What is this CyberArk?
cyber. Okay.
This CyberArk is a tool which will manage the passwords
Hmm,
for respective servers. Okay. When you give the server name, it will give you the password. And you have to log in with
okay,
that password. The password is valid for temporary only. If you are not using the password within 2-3 minutes, the password will get expired. Again, you have to
okay,
generate a password.
okay.
Okay. Is that clear? So this is the
Hmm,
CyberArk tool. Now, access delays, maintain an access tracker. So you might need an access for what?
access tracker.
Yeah, access tracker. Let me see that I have the access tracker.
Access trackers.
Access checklist. Yeah, here is it.
So, sir, basically for each environment, there are means different username and password nowadays, correct? You are referring to.
Yes, 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 yes. See, this
Okay.
is how it is. Okay. So access to client email system, like basic access to Outlook. Okay. VPN, remote desktop. See, you have to log into the client environment. You will be using a separate VPN, correct?
Correct.
You are not using your vendor details. Then you have to use LDAP or AD, also LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. Just 1 minute. Huh?
Mm-hmm. So you are on mute, sir.
I'm in a call. 1 minute. Huh? Gagan.
Acha, acha, okay. Okay.
Sorry, there was a call from office.
Okay.
Hello. Hmm.
Yeah.
So where are we? Okay, access tracker, right? We are discussing about the
Mm,
access tracker. So
mm,
you need to have a particular VPN. You need to have a particular LDAP regarding client credentials. You have to access to the shared drives where you're saving your recordings, everything. Company knowledge bases like your inventory sheet. Okay,
okay.
access to the document related to repositories. Whatever it is, the client environment. Okay, you have to
Okay.
be in the VDI, and then only you can do all these things. You cannot be outside of the VDI and access a client documentation. You got it?
You mean to say VPN, correct? I need to enter through the
Exactly. VPN,
VPN.
VPN.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to manage the details, and then tools like a ticketing tool. What is a ticketing tool that you're using? ServiceNow, Remedy, Jira. What is that you're using? Monitoring tools. What is the monitoring tools that you're using? Dynatrace, Splunk, SolarWinds. These are all IT related monitoring tools. When I say IT,
Mm-hmm.
if something goes wrong with your file system, if something goes wrong with your networking, if something goes wrong with your application behavior, workload balancing, anything, the monitoring tools. What is the CI/CD
Okay.
tools that you're using? Jenkins, GitHub, GitLab, ADO. When you're talking to DevOps team, you should know these tools.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking to development team, source code repositories, what they're using, Git, Bitbucket, whatever it is. Okay. Now, configuration management tools, Ansible, Chef, Puppet, the DevOps team. The cloud team talks about AWS, Azure, GCP. When you say,
मुझे आपसे एक बात पूछनी है। एक सेकंड।
हाँ,
जैसे ये सब तो आईटी का आ रहा है, करेक्ट? यहाँ पे जैसे मुझे इसका आइडिया नहीं है ना। सो
हम्म,
डू मतलब जैसे मैं उस टाइम पर अगर जैसे केटी कर रहा हूँ किसी आईटी प्रोजेक्ट की, सो वहां पर असिस्ट कौन करेगा मुझे इन सब चीज़ों के लिए? आई नो कि जैसे ट्रैकर आप मुझे दे दोगे ये, बट
आप सिर्फ
मतलब
डेवऑप्स के बंदे को बोलो कि भाई आपके
हम्म
पास जो भी टूल्स है, जो भी तुम्हारा
हम्म
प्रीवियस एक्सपीरियंस है, उसका एक एक्सेस
हम्म
ट्रैकर एक्सेल शीट बना के मुझे भेजो। दैट्स इट।
ओके।
ओके। अगर आपको नॉलेज है तो अच्छा है, नहीं है तो वैसे भी उसी की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि वो देगा आपको पूरा।
मेरा बंदा डेवऑप्स का, करेक्ट?
एग्जैक्टली exactly. देखो आप हजार टेक्निकल बंदों से बात करोगे कि जरूरत नहीं है कि आपको सब चीजों पे आइडिया हो, लेकिन
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
आज एक डेवऑप्स बंदे से बात करोगे, नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट में फिर से डेवऑप्स बंदे से बात करोगे, थर्ड प्रोजेक्ट में फिर से
हम्म।
डेवऑप्स, यू विल कम टू नो ऑटोमेटिकली स्लोली स्टेप बाय स्टेप।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
ओके।
राइट।
सो इनिशियली you might be blank, but second time you are not. Third
हम्म।
time you'll get the confidence. Fourth time you can rule the industry. That's how it goes.
राइट सर।
Got it?
हम्म।
So
In
this
status, basically you put status complete or incomplete, correct? Something like that.
exactly,
Remarks में अगर कुछ
exactly.
भी है तो।
In progress, status, complete. Okay. Remarks. अगर incomplete है तो remarks. अगर complete है तो कुछ नहीं.
हम्म।
Okay.
करेक्ट।
Pending because of access. Who is blocking the approvals blocking something remarks. अगर access pending है तो किस चीज का approval pending है. अगर if you don't know to raise
हम्म।
the access also, then did you raise a ticket with the service desk team or not? Remarks. Something like that. Okay.
राइट।
Is this a tools part clear on this?
या हाँ
Yeah.
जी।
Next go to application access. So application ownership, okay. Access to UAT, QA, staging environments, application owner. First thing. Then second is access to production. Production, you are going to get only a read-only access. In the KT
हम्म।
phase, you are not going to get any kind of admin access. You cannot do any restart. You can just observe it. That's all. DBA access, again the API gateways, web portal, and the security. Security talks about NDA and background, user access reviewed. Yeah, yeah. Do you know this multi-factor authentication, correct? For example, if you are
हम्म।
able to log into your Gmail, you'll be getting some
डबल
security
सिक्योरिटी।
code. Yeah, double security to your phone, and then you allowed it, and then you log in. It's kind of
करेक्ट करेक्ट
just making sure you are the person who is accessing your Gmail, and you are the person who are accessing your banking details. That's all. Additional security.
करेक्ट।
Okay. So access auditing.
या।
Next, communication. See, you and me are communicating through Zoom, correct? In the real world,
करेक्ट।
the people will communicate through Teams, Slack, Google Chat. Whatever the communication chat they are using depends on that.
हम्म।
How they are scheduling meetings, mostly Teams, and you can they might use Zoom, they might use Google Meet, they might use WebEx. The Google Meet is not a free version; they'll go for paid version.
ओके।
Depends. Okay. Calendar, and you know, right, how to send a meetings when you open a uh,
या
Teams invite,
आउटलुक।
go to the calendar and check.
या
Main thing is before sending a meeting invite, make sure the opposite person calendar is free. This is a really basic thing. You cannot schedule a
Right.
meeting when someone opposite person who is mandatory to attend, if his calendar is not available, you cannot send an invite. That's a basic escalation. And no one will
Correct.
come to you and tell you what he'll say. He'll simply reject your invite. That's all. You no need to bother about,
Correct.
because before you scheduling a meeting, it's a basic responsibility. Hey, are you available? We have a plan. We are planning to go to this schedule on this date. My team is available. What is your availability? Can I go ahead and schedule the meeting? Is this your client calendar
Correct.
or your vendor calendar? If it is, this is your vendor calendar. If you are busy in client calendar, please let me know. I'll schedule a meeting accordingly. Do you follow the US or IST timings? So all these questions we need to ask.
Yeah, basically, as per the time zone, we have to schedule the calls, huh? Asking the particular person.
Exactly. Availability. Availability matters. Okay.
Correct.
So this is what your
Correct.
access checklist. Basically, you need to
Okay.
be there in their environment.
Hmm.
You need to have some basic access, how the application behavior, how the tools, how the documents, SharePoints, all these things. Okay. This is what the basic checklist is.
Right. Yeah.
So environment instability. Performs dry runs, pre-checks. For example, okay, डेवलपमेंट के बाद ही क्यूए आएगा, क्यूए के बाद ही यूएटी आएगा, यूएटी के बाद ही प्री prod आएगा. ओके.
Correct.
मेरा एप्लीकेशन बहुत सालों से चल रहा है. आई नो नीड टू गो फॉर लोअर एनवायरनमेंट. कैन वी प्लीज डिप्लॉय डायरेक्टली इन प्रोडक्शन? मान लो ऐसा क्लाइंट ने कहा.
Hmm. Hmm.
ओके. देन व्हाट डू यू से? ओके, क्लाइंट इज हैप्पी, देन वी आर हैप्पी. You should not accept that.
Correct.
Sorry, boss. Whatever it is, the process is a process. Even though when
Hmm.
you are with the client for more than 20 years also, if you want to go live also, you have a self-confidence, but we don't have a confidence on ourselves. As per our SOW, you have to follow the process. Or else you get me the permissions from your lead to want to go
Hmm.
live. If something goes wrong, where cognizant will not take the ownership, or the HCL will not take the ownership, or the TCS will not take the ownership, or the Wipro will not take the, none of the vendors are ready to accept the ownership, because this is your decision. कोई भी सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा कि वो गो लाइव पे जाए डायरेक्टली. गो लाइव पे जाना हो तो पहले लोअर एनवायरनमेंट में आप प्रूव करो, टेस्ट करो, उसका टाइम लो, बाद में आप जाओ. व्हेन आई से इंस्टेबिलिटी, you cannot skip the process. You have to follow step by
Correct.
step. All the runs has to happen in the lower environment. All the checks has to be followed. Okay. Resistance
Hmm.
and
Right.
existing team. Escalate professionally, get client support. अगर आपका opposite team member जो केटी दे रहा है, okay, he is
Hmm.
he is ready to show you the steps, but he is not ready to share the document with you.
Hmm.
In that case, you directly escalate it. No need to wait. No need to delay. Today is a KT happen. Your team didn't got the document, but your team has prepared the document on itself. But still, we need a document of a client, what they got it. Or even though if the document has been prepared by themselves, it is no more the property of the vendor, it's a property of the client. So still they have to give it to us. You got it? कुछ लोग बोलेंगे भाई हमने तैयार किया था, क्लाइंट के पास कुछ नहीं था, हमने किया तो हम नहीं देंगे. That is not the way. It won't work like that. Imagine if he
Correct.
has not
Hmm.
updated in the SharePoint also. It is in his local drive, but still he is expected to share that with you.
Right.
You got it? कुछ लोग बोलेंगे भाई
Yeah.
क्लाइंट के पास कुछ नहीं था, हमने सब कुछ किया, हम लोग क्यों दे? बट वॉट एवर इट इज, अगर जब कॉल शेयर हो रहा था, तुमने रिकॉर्डिंग शेयर कर दिया है, जब तुमने वो डॉक्यूमेंट खोला है एंड यू हैव फॉलो दैट स्टेप्स, यू हैव टू गिव द डॉक्यूमेंट एट एनी कास्ट. अगर वो नहीं दे रहा है तो आप सेम डे पे एस्केलेट कर दो. डोंट वेट फॉर अ वीकेंड कॉल, डोंट वेट फॉर एन एस्केलेशन, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. आप कब एस्केलेशन कर पाओगे? जब आपका बंदा आपको बोलेगा कि वो डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दे रहा है,
Right.
देन ओनली यू आर एबल टू एस्केलेट। एनी क्वेश्चंस हियर?
No, this is fine.
ओके। अब ये ट्रांसिशन मैनेजर का जो प्लानिंग है, ओके, ये सब चीजें हमने ऑलरेडी कवर किया है। लाइक एप्लीकेशन, लोकेशन, ड्यूरेशन, टाइमलाइन, टेक्नोलॉजीज इन्वॉल्व, एप्लीकेशंस इन स्कोप, द नंबर ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस, लोकेशन ऑन साइट है, ऑफशोर मॉडल है कि क्या है, सपोर्ट आपको 24/7 चाहिए, 24/5 चाहिए, और 24/5 चाहिए बट सैटरडे संडे ऑन कॉल चाहिए, या फिर बंदा रोटेशनल पे किसी को मंडे ट्यूसडे आप देंगे, किसी को वेडनेसडे थर्सडे आप देंगे, किसी को थर्सडे फ्राइडे आप देंगे, बट नो ऑफ ऑन सैटरडे संडे। इज दैट अ मॉडल यू वांट टू
Hmm.
फॉलो, और द मॉडल यू वांट देयर इज अ नो फ्यूचर on site, the complete offshore model you want to follow? What kind of a model you want to follow? And duration and timelines. मान लो मेरे पास 3 बंदे हैं, आई कैनॉट कीप ऑल द 3 पीपल इन अ सेम शिफ्ट. If it is
Hmm.
24/7, I have to keep one resource in the morning shift, one guy in afternoon shift, one guy in a night shift. If the support demands only 11:30 to 9:30 p.m., there is no morning
Hmm.
shift, there is no night shift. All my resources who is working from offshore, as per the client agreement, they need a support from only IST 11:30 to 9:30. No, no, if the client is saying we need 24/7 from offshore, which is India, then in that case, you have to manage one resource at morning, one at afternoon, one at night. This is how your model works. And what are all the technologies involved? You know this. DevOps, developers, testers, all these guys. DBAs, networking, pre. Now we have already discussed, right, in the day one for the phases:
Correct.
pre-transition, transition,
Ticketing.
shadow, reverse shadow, steady state. Now, this state is really important, where it is independent and your team is performing on their own based on the SLAs. Your team is actively sitting at desk, your team is acknowledging the process, and your team is implementing on their own without their support.
So basically, this is the go live phase, na? Steady state.
स्टेडी स्टेट के बाद आता है गो लाइव स्टेज, कि आपकी टीम के ऊपर आपको कॉन्फिडेंट आना चाहिए पहले, ओके, इसके बाद
अच्छा.
होगा वो गो लाइव फेज. Why this phase is because just to build a confident of a team, and so that you can get a okay भाई मैं गोलेव के लिए मेरी टीम रेडी है. ऐसा ना हो गोलेव गए गए वहां कुछ इश्यूज हो गया और ये लोग रोने लग गए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. यू गॉट इट?
यहाँ पर जब जब ये लोग परफॉर्म करती है, टीम जब एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करती है, अगर ऑपरेशंस एंड से बात करता हूँ मैं आपसे किसी भी प्रोसेस में, तो
हम्म.
क्या यहाँ पे ट्रांजिशन मैनेजर का रोल होता है क्या? वो उन कॉल्स में होता है जब वो काम कर रहे होते हैं, वो देख रहा होता है क्या?
आपको देखना होता है वो कैसे परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, हाउ दे आर डूइंग इट.
अच्छा. ओके.
रिवर्स शैडो इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. You have to make sure they are
हम्म.
not taking any help from the opposite person. If they still
करेक्ट.
they are taking help, then we are weak, we are not strong.
तो ऐसा होता है कि यहाँ पे हम ओपोनेंट को बोल सकते हैं कि इज इट पॉसिबल दैट यू कैन प्लीज मीन शैडो द टीम अगेन फॉर अ
Yes,
वीक
yes,
और
you can
मोर?
ask them to shadow, but your team should not ask question. They will be available. Okay, the meaning of reverse shadow is the opposite person is available to listen, but your team should not ask them.
हम्म.
आपका नजरिया ऐसा होना चाहिए कि आपका टीम खुद से काम करे.
बट अगर वो क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं तो, लेट्स से अगर क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं टीम.
क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं तो आपको समझना चाहिए कि आपकी टीम स्ट्रांग नहीं है. तो
हम्म.
आपको फिर से ये जैसे ही वो कॉल कट हो जाएगा, जैसे ही वो लोग चले गए,
हम्म.
एटलीस्ट मेक श्योर फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स व्हाट एवर द क्वेश्चंस यू हैव, आई नीड अ प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. थोड़ा प्रेशर आपको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा.
ओके.
ओके, इट्स द गेम ऑफ fear, the game of monitoring, the game of there is someone else who is superior to them and watching them, and they have a fear. and that has to continue because you have to get the team to be deliver. Correct? That's all. ऐसा बोलना चाहिए कि भाई रिवर्स शैडो फेज आएगा, रिवर्स शैडो फेज आएगा, तब आपको किसी को कुछ पूछना नहीं है, तो शैडो फेज में दे विल बी अलर्ट.
करेक्ट.
अगर
करेक्ट.
आप कुछ ऐसा
लेकिन अगर
बोलोगे
लेट से
नहीं, तो दे पीपल विल टेक इट रियली ग्रांटेड.
लाइटली.
रियली ग्रांटेड.
बट सर वैसे अलाउड तो होता है, मतलब कि अगर रिवर्स शैडो में कुछ अगर पूछना चाहते हैं पूछ तो सकते हैं ना? वैसे मैं पूछना
पूछ
चाह
तो
रहा हूँ
सकते
आपसे,
हैं,
जस्ट
see,
नॉलेज के.
पूछ तो सकते हैं. सी व्हाट विल हैपन आफ्टर गो लाइव फेज आल्सो, आफ्टर द
करेक्ट.
टीम go they left also, even though still you are a new to client, obviously there will be a problem.
हम्म.
बट ट्रांजिशन मैनेजर का काम ये होता है कि दूसरी चीजें छोड़ दो, लेकिन उसने जो बताया है उस पे क्रॉस क्वेश्चंस तभी करना था, तब आप शैडो फेज में थे.
करेक्ट.
वो चीज तुमको बता चुका है, वो चीज कॉल पे रिकॉर्ड हो चुकी है, और वही चीज तुमको परफॉर्म करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं, तुमको कुछ नया करने के लिए नहीं बोल रहे हैं. इवन दो यूर एक्सपीरियंस,
हम्म.
even though your experience, you are not asking him to do something new. Correct? You are asking to do something which is which he got already. KT already recorded is there, document is there, he just need to copy paste and implement the same thing. आपको इतनी
राइट.
अच्छा तरह डॉक्यूमेंट देने के बाद, एक्सप्लेनेशन करने के बाद, अगर कोई बंदा परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा है, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दैट?
हम्म.
He has not paid attention.
हम्म.
As simple as that. Even the 10th class guy can do it nowadays. People are far enough
करेक्ट.
intelligent to do the some shadow of homework on their own without telling anything. You are not asking him something to do new. You are asking him to do which is
हम्म.
already given the KT to him, which is recorded, which is in the call, which is a document again. Even that person, even after sharing a document, you are not performing. That is a direct hit.
करेक्ट.
आप वही चीज पूछ रहे हो जो रिकॉर्डेड है. That's all. Simple.
हम्म.
Okay. So roles and responsibility, transition manager, planning, governance, knowledge transfer, project manager, milestones. कौन कौन से प्लान किया है, कौन कौन सा वर्क हो रहा है, कौन सा नहीं वर्क हो रहा है, 2 वीक्स में क्या सीखा, 4 वीक्स में क्या सीखा, 6th वीक में क्या सीखा. लाइक दैट अ प्लान ड्यूरेशन ऑफ 2 to 3 months. Okay. All your SOP documents are
हम्म.
given. This is a daily, weekly KT sessions trackers, risk and issues, committee reviews. It's again your reviews only. Your reviews for your team. How
ओके.
the communication is
ओके.
happening between you and your team. How the communication is happening between your team and the vendor. And your team again has to communicate with the client also. That's a very good move
करेक्ट.
of the transition manager to make sure without informing the person who is giving the KT, you are going to connect to the client. Hey guys, my team has got a KT that has been really a fantastic day for me, but still I would like my team members to connect with you, whatever they got a knowledge. So can you please check in if there is any gap? I really appreciate your inputs. उसके साथ भी बात कर लेने का. And they'll also give input. That's it. And
ओके.
don't get involved client at the last minute so that your people
हम्म.
funk. उनका डेली इंटरेक्शन होना चाहिए क्लाइंट के साथ भी और वेंडर के साथ भी, तब जाके कुछ रैपो बनेगा. करेक्ट?
ओके. राइट.
डोंट मेक देम अनकंफर्टेबल बाय calling a client at the last minute for evaluation alone.
हम्म.
Okay, so rest of the things are like documentation, KT documentation, SOP, run books, team roster, shift planning, access metrics, go live checklist. How many number of applications
हम्म.
you have, what is the critical financial applications, what is the business impact if this application is down for 30 minutes, how much dollar loss for the client.